Once upon a time, in a part of China, there was a very large monastery, where about 500 monks lived. All of them, under the guidance of their guru, were practicing to know themselves. One day a boy came to that monastery to become a disciple. He said to the master, "Master, I want to know myself. I am looking for the truth. I want to find out, what is the truth?" The master looked at him and said, "If you want to know the truth, so you have to put your whole life at stake. It may take your whole life to learn the truth. But still there is no guarantee of this. That in this lifetime you will know the truth or not, whether you are ready for it." The disciple said, "Master, I have not come here to turn back. I am ready for it." The guru said, "If it is so do one thing. There are 500 monks in this monastery. You do the work of threshing rice for them. Just keep threshing the rice from morning till evening. When you get tired, go to sleep, then wake up the next morning and start threshing rice. Do nothing else, don't think about anything else. Just keep walking on this path, and don't come to me again. I will come to you myself if needed." The boy followed the guru's orders, started pounding the rice. There were 500 disciples in that monastery. All of them needed food from time to time. That's why he used to wake up very early in the morning, and he kept pounding rice till late night. When he got tired, he would sleep in the same room where he threshed rice. And he didn't even talk to anyone, and neither did anyone come to talk to him. Pounding rice for a few months, old thoughts kept coming to his mind, but when those thoughts did not find any new topic, so they disappeared on their own. Gradually the thoughts in his mind started decreasing. After a few years he even forgot his name. He always remained silent, and just kept pounding rice in a thoughtless state. Neither had he ever meditated, nor had he ever read any scripture. The rest of the disciples of the monastery considered him a fool. 12 years passed in doing so. After 12 years, one day the master announced, "Now my last time is coming, and I have to choose who will be the head of this monastery after me. Therefore any disciple of mine who feels that he has attained self-realization, and he has known himself, so come near my door at night, and write a few lines on this wall, which contain all the experiences of his life." Many disciples thought of doing so. One of the chief disciples of the monastery went there, and wrote a few lines. He had a lot of knowledge of Buddhist scriptures. All the disciples felt it, that he can become the successor of this monastery. He wrote that the mind is like a mirror, on which the dust of thoughts and desires accumulates. The focus is to remove this dust, whose dust is removed, and the mirror of the mind becomes clean. He attains salvation. Next morning when the master woke up and saw these lines, he got very angry and said, "Who's the idiot has written all this garbage on my wall?" The disciple who wrote this, he remained silent, although the lines he had written was full of knowledge. But this was all bookish knowledge. That disciple was very clever. He wrote the lines, but did not put his signature below, because he himself was not sure about it, whether this is right or not. Because he had not attained self-realization, the guru completely rejected these lines. Everyone was shocked to see this. This incident became a topic of discussion in the entire monastery. While talking on this topic, 2 disciples passed by the disciple who had come here 12 years ago, and he just kept pounding rice day and night. Hearing their discussion, he laughed softly. Both the disciples asked him why they were laughing. In the eyes of both of them, that rice thresher was a very insignificant beggar. No one had ever seen him meditating, nor did he ever read any scriptures. Everyone thought he was a fool. He only knows how to pound rice. There were many great scholars in that monastery, but that rice thresher had nothing to do with anyone. That's why both the disciples were surprised to see him smiling. They then asked him why he laughed. He replied, "I laughed because Master is right, all these lines are garbage. These lines have no value." Both of those disciples were shocked. He asked him if he could write some such lines, which is better than this. The rice pounder replied, "No, because I am illiterate. But yes, I can say a few lines. But if you can write those lines, so I am ready to go with you." Both of those disciples said, "Okay." He went near the master's room, and the rice thresher spoke a few lines, and the other disciple wrote them on the wall. And below those lines he wrote rice thresher. He thought that the master would be angry on this also. The lines which he had asked to write was so amazing. Those were the lines. The mind is just an illusion. Neither are the minds, nor is there any mirror of the mind. And when the mind is not there, so where will the dust stay? Who knows this? He has come to know the truth. When the guru saw these lines, he got up at midnight and went to the rice thresher. He was sleeping. The master woke him up and said, "Take my stick and my clothes. From today onwards you are my successor. But leave this monastery now and go away, because there are many scholars in this monastery who consider themselves superior to you. They will kill you, because they can't tolerate this. that a simple rice thresher turned out to be more learned than him. You have got all that knowledge. Which I have. And this happened to you just while pounding rice. And I know that wherever you go people will start coming to you. Because when a flower blooms, so its fragrance starts spreading everywhere. He touched the feet of that guru and left from there in the night itself. If we look into our lives, we will find that many people think that meditation can be done only by sitting at one place, with eyes closed. But in reality, it is not so. Meditation can be done even while walking, that meditation can be done even while doing some work. This is what meditation actually means. Whatever little you are doing, do it with such intensity that you don't even care about your body, just like the rice grinder, who became so engrossed in grinding the rice that he didn't care about himself. He attained self-realization while pounding rice. To be in the present all the time, and not to think about anything else, because the mind is still there. As long as the thought is there, when thoughts will no longer exist, then the mind will also disappear, and when there will be no more mind, only then will you know yourself well. To actually know our true nature, there is no need to do any other meditation. Whatever we are doing, we just need to get completely lost in it. Become so absorbed in your work that your work itself becomes your focus. So friends, that's all in today's video. Hope you liked this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give the video a like.